There will never be a government solution to any of the world's biggest problems because the biggest problems in the world is the government. Government is a religion. It's called the religion of statism. Statism is the religion where the government is God. It's a superstitious belief, a dogma. It is the dogma or the belief that the government has authority to rule over you. Truth comes from authority is also a superstitious belief. You can't vote your way out of a system that was designed to enslave you from the very start. The whole idea of government, the whole creation of government is to enslave and control the people. Even the word government comes from two words in Latin, gubernare, which means to control, and mente, which means mind. So the word government literally means and translates to control the mind, to control the mind. You are never ever going to vote your way out of a system that was designed to control your mind. Government is the world's largest religion, and the government regulates all the other religions underneath it. Christianity, Mormonism, Catholicism, they're all under the jurisdiction of the government, and they all get all their tax breaks by filling out the 501c form and sending it to the IRS. So it's a big superstition that everyone's practicing. Even though there might be some people in the government that do have good intentions, they never get any traction because the billionaires and the trillionaires that control the government never let those people with the good intentions ever gain any real power. And if they do start having too much influence, they just get killed off, like what happened with JFK. What recently happened with Thomas Massey should be a wake-up call that your vote doesn't matter. Your vote doesn't matter. I'm going to say it again because so many people still vote. Your vote does not matter. Voting is a ritual. It's a religious ritual to vote. Just like religions have rituals, well, the religion of statism also has rituals, and voting is a religious ritual. If you vote, you are worshiping the government, and the government is your God. If you're voting someone in power to rule over you, you will never be free. Paying taxes is also a ritual. It's no different than a tithing, a penance, or a donation to the church. Taxes is just a ritualistic donation to the government's God. And guess what? None of your tax money even goes to building the infrastructure. It goes to Israel. It goes to Ukraine. It goes to finance wars in the Middle East where they're genociding millions of people and doing land grabs to expand their evil empire. The only way to move forward in a way that will actually benefit the people is to overthrow the government. That means anarchy and violence. It is the only way. They traffic children too. The Epstein files, which Thomas Massey also played a huge role in getting released, by the way. The Epstein files, if you go and read through some of those, that should also be plenty of proof that the entire government is majorly compromised. Washington, D.C. is basically like the Mecca for child trafficking and pedophilia. It's where all the child traffickers and Epstein crew can hang out and be protected. It's like their little club. Even you look at some of the temples in Washington, D.C., because remember, this is a religion. In Washington, D.C., the White House, that's a religious temple. The obelisk, there's a big Egyptian-style obelisk also in Washington, D.C., because it's a religion. It traces back to ancient Egypt, ancient Sumerian, all the way back to Atlantis, the fallen angels. This is where it all comes from. Most people don't know this because your history's fake. They teach you fake history in school, and the church doesn't even, most churches don't teach you the real history either. The censored version is what you're going to get. But I'll teach you the real history that's been censored from you because this is where the government comes from. This is where kings, queens, princes, divine rights to rule come from. It comes from the fallen angels descending down to earth and taking the daughters of man as wives, usurping the Adamic bloodline that was given the birthright and the dominion over the earth, and creating a hybrid offspring that became known as the Nephilim giants. Their hybrid offspring is now 50% Adamic race and 50% fallen angel because now they have 50% of the DNA in their lineage, in their bloodline. Now they have the birthright of the dominion over the earth, the same birthright that was given to the Adamic bloodline because now they have intertwined or intermingled their bloodlines. The fallen angels grandfathered the Nephilim giants into their advanced technology, the UFOs, the flying saucers, the anti-gravitic propulsion systems, the zero-point energy, the genetic engineering, the weapons of mass destruction, nuclear bomb technology, the weather modification technology, and also the megalithic building technology that built the pyramids in Giza and all the megalithic structures at Baalbek in Lebanon, all the megalithic structures down in South and Central America, like down in Peru, Cusco, Peru, Ollantaytambo, all those megalithic structures that are so highly advanced that even people today with their most advanced construction equipment cannot even duplicate what the ancients did. The fallen angels had access to all that technology I just listed, and they granted access to their Nephilim offspring that technology. And then the Nephilim used that technological advantage to take over the world, set themselves up as the kings and the gods, the demigods. This is where we get the mythology from. Atlantean mythology, Greek mythology, Zeus, Poseidon, Sumerian mythology, the Epic of Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh was a Nephilim giant. All these gods that you hear about, they were Nephilim. Hercules, half man, half god. He was a Nephilim, a hybrid, half man, half god, half fallen angel. The fallen angels also set themselves up as gods. This is where the mythology of all religions comes from. It comes from the fallen angels, also sometimes referred to as the Anunnaki and their hybrid offspring. They're the ones that took over this world. They're the ones that enslaved humanity. Their bloodlines are still here today. Many of them are still here today. The flood didn't wipe them all out. A lot of them survived the flood. And then they rebuilt civilization, still setting themselves up as kings and governments and presidents and senators. It's all a big fat religion. The president of the United States is basically just the king of the United States. He's controlled. He's controlled. He has handlers, and he does what he's told. And this is why your vote doesn't matter.